right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Psycho's Platters, always powered by coffee each and every time. You may be asking yourself, hey, Psycho, what are you going to do this time? Well, we're back up to that episode of the future award-winning Jukebox from Hell, if that's right. So if you got to see the last one, which was Stevie Nicks' Street Angel, episode 58, do yourself a favor and go take a look at that. You might be pleasantly surprised. But that's not what we're talking about today. On the scorecards, we are at episode 59. Yeah, almost 60 episodes of JFH, right? But today, we're going to be going to November 2006. In reality, recorded in May of 2006. One with Everything, Styx with the Cleveland Contemporary Youth Orchestra. That's right. Here's the front. Here's the back. This I found out, came out on vinyl in 23, but it was extremely limited. So I'm told. Let me see if I can show you some pictures. There's Tommy, of course. And the orchestra. Yes, I'm telling you that the whole youth orchestra thing. Here's how many. There's so many people playing in this thing. Way so many. Here's some more highlights. Anyways, so like I said, recorded May 2006 at Blossom Music Center in Cuyahoga, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Falls, Ohio. Now, their previous album, which was Big Bang Theory, that was released in May 2005. It was an all-covers album, and the single that came off of that was their version of the Beatles' I Am the Walrus. Big Bang Theory made it to number 46 on the Billboard 200. On One With Everything here, you got your classic lineup members of Tommy Shaw, James Young, and Chuck Panazzo, and then also latter-day members of Lawrence Gowan, Ricky Phillips, and Todd Sucherman, who was a drummer since 96. And, of course, the Contemporary Youth Orchestra. I think somebody said there was like 60 members of that youth orchestra. This is going to be a little different because I'm going to run down the songs kind of quick and then I'm going to explain why at the end, okay? So you're talking here a 13-track CD, all right? So we start off with Blue Collar Man, track 2, One With Everything. I like the song, and I'm assuming that one was new at the time too because I don't remember that song. Track 3, It Don't Make Sense. Track 4, I Am the Walrus. Track 5 is a studio version of a new song called Just Be, and I really love that song. Seriously, if you never heard it, check it out on YouTube even. It's there. Track 6, Fooling Yourself. Track 7, A Criminal Mind, which that was off of a Gowan album. Lawrence Gowan himself, of course, who replaced Dennis DeYoung way back in 2000. Track 8, Everything All the Time. New song done live, though. I love this song, and it's done really nice. The video is a little odd for 2006 technology. You should go also check that out on YouTube when you've got the chance. Track 9, Too Much Time on My Hands. Track 10, Crystal Ball. Track 11, Miss America. Track 12, Boat on the River. And finally closing it off with a very short version of Renegade, which was track 13. Now, this was released on DVD also, but it has 17 tracks, one of them being a medley of Styx songs. Some editions of that DVD also have 2 holiday songs as an added bonus, which is included on it. Now, here's why I'm doing it this way, okay? So this thing only sold 10,000 copies, okay? Now, this is a promo. This is a punch hole promo I found like years ago, and I managed to hang on to this thing. But I remember this not getting any airplay. Not even Just Be supposedly got at least a little airplay, I guess, somewhere. I don't know where. but certainly not in my area of Chicagoland, which is weird considering Styx, of course, is a Chicago area band. I do not even, to hear Just Be, it was like brand new to my ears. So here's the thing, I was rooting for this. I really, really was. And this is what I wrote from my comments. Musicianship was there, but the sound sounded compressed, and the occasional delay or echo I was hearing, um, now bear with me, of course, I was listening to this mainly on my car stereo, okay, so, but still, I have a decent stereo in there, and this is what I heard coming from that. Also, I appreciate the idea of the youth orchestra. I do, but it made just about every track too busy and it gets annoying at times. It really kind of does. And that, I think, along with, they weren't with A&M, they were with a small label called New Door. That's what they signed with Big Bang Theory, the previous album. And this, I think, a combination of a bunch of things caused this thing to just, it didn't even make it on the charts. It didn't even make it on the charts at all. But like I said, that might explain why there was only 10,000 copies of this thing sold. And I happen to have one, like I said, a promo copy here. Now, are you a Styx fan? I'm a Styx fan. I really am a Styx fan. Like I said, I was rooting for this thing. Were you one of them that bought this thing, or did you at least hear some of it on the radio back in the mid O's? What's your favorite Styx song or album? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to know. So you may be asking yourself, and even if you're not, you're going to find out anyway, what's going to be episode 60 of Jukebox from Hell? Well, we're going to go back to June 1994 to a stellar 70s band that by 1994, there was a lot of crap going down. They got released from their previous label a couple of years before. They sign a new 10-album deal that doesn't exactly go the way it should have. We're looking at Cheap Tricks, Woke Up with a Monster, will be the next episode of Jukebox from Hell. Are you guys liking the series? I hope you are. I enjoy making these things. It's challenging at times. If you have any requests for future Jukebox from Hell episodes, kindly please leave them in the comments. I would love to see what you've got going. If it turns out that I end up using it, then I give you a shout out in that episode. But you know what? Until then, next time, once again, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe to stay in the know and get more content. Always powered by coffee each and every time. And this very important fact, Psycho's Platters is a Love Peas production.